Hey everyone, it's Ellaine Marie and this is my annual birthday video. I've been making a special video when my birthday comes for years now, and this is the first one I'm doing far from home. If you only know me from YouTube, you probably don't know that I was living with my parents all this time, and I moved out a year ago. So yeah, this is my first year living separated from my parents. And no, it wasn't just in a different house, but also in a different city outside my birthplace, Ibiza. So as the title says, in this video I'm going to tell you what I learned from my first year far from home. The first thing is the most important, which is appreciation. Whether it's appreciating people or a place itself, just appreciate everything you have right now. Appreciate all the little things someone does for you, the landscapes you have around. This may sound a little bit dramatic, but appreciate it because you will never know the value of something until you don't have it anymore. And don't get me wrong, I love everything on my new place, but it's indeed really different from what I was used to. The second thing has to do with social life. I didn't learn this just last year, but these last 2 or 3 years when my friends and I started following our own paths. But this last year had a stronger impact for me because I was the one that was far away. When you start to do what you want in life, you will have to sacrifice time with friends. Plus, being far away, you cannot spend time with them, physically obviously. But I learned that no matter how long ago was the last time you talked to them, if they are your real friends, time will not be a reason to end that friendship. And I'm so grateful and thankful for the friends that have been with me since we were little, but also I want to thank my new friends here in Barcelona. You all are the best. The third one is to work hard for what you want. You can definitely do anything you want to do, and as cliche as it sounds, you gotta believe in yourself, make the effort, have patience, and with that, you will achieve what you've always wanted. Another thing I learned is that you don't have to rush things. Of course, in a new place, you gotta find a new job, and that was something I needed to do in order to stay in this new city. So I kinda was a little bit worried, like, what if I don't find anything soon and I finish all my savings? I tried really hard to find a job. I applied every day in different job positions I was interested in. But at the same time, I was fine without a job because I had the time to explore this new city I lived in. So with this, what I want to say is that maybe it took a few months to get a new job, but I had those months to get used to this new place and do a little bit of tourism. So it wasn't a waste of time at all. The fifth thing I learned has to do with money. Back home, I knew I wanted to move out, so in order to do that, I needed to save money. So the last summer I worked at Ibiza, I tried so hard not to spend loads of money, because I knew I needed it for my new chapter in life. I also didn't know a pandemic was coming our way, so I'm so thankful that I was able to save enough money for everything. Managing your money can be difficult, but what I learned is that you should always have money saved for unexpected things. There's this saying, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. I really felt that when we started lockdown. I realized that I really regretted all the times that someone offered me to go out, and I rejected that offer no matter what the reason was. When you have the option to stay in or go out, you don't realize the great opportunity you have to enjoy the streets, nature, the big and open spaces, and so on. Instead, when the only option you have is to stay at home, you realize how privileged you were before, when you could go out and do things outside freely without anyone or anything stopping you. So the lesson number 6 for me was to spend as much time out with nature and fresh air as possible. A thing I learned while being in quarantine is that self-care should be a top priority. Being locked at home, you spend 100% of the time with yourself and with whoever lives with you. and you gotta figure out what helps you stay sane. So you start learning more about what you do like and don't like, about what you need in life, and what is more like a secondary thing. During lockdown, I was able to reflect on so many things in life. My weaknesses, my strengths, my mistakes, my accomplishments, and many more. I realized I was being too hard on myself. I mean, it's great to have goals in life, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard to the point that you're making yourself have a bad time or stress too much. If you're in a bad condition or not feeling well, that is gonna reflect on everything that you do. So pushing yourself too hard won't make you any good. I learned to don't burn myself and be kind to myself, because think about it, you cannot pour from an empty cup, right? Next one is very related to the previous one, and it's finding yourself. We are constantly being told what to do and even just feel external pressure on what is right and what it's not. To the point that we don't allow ourselves to do what we truly want to do, or even think about what we want to do in life. We are taught at a very young age what is expected of us. We are taught to be good and successful. So we end up fearing criticism, but we gotta learn to filter opinions about us and differentiate negative opinions from constructive criticism. Also, being a daughter of immigrants, you feel the pressure to kind of repay them in some way for their sacrifice. It could be being a good daughter, being successful in life, having a secure job so that they can have relief, I guess. Plus, in social media, everyone always tries to look perfect. And I think it's really bad for our mental health, because then we think it's not okay to make mistakes to be successful, and we are trapped into a loop. So I think we gotta realize that it's a good thing to fail sometimes. We need to be able to make mistakes and fail in order to learn. So if you're afraid of making mistakes, you will never take a risk in your life. And if you don't take risks, you're not gonna grow. So back to the beginning, if you don't grow, you're not gonna eventually find yourself. This lesson I learned is also related to the last two, and it's how to stay motivated. If you want to do something big or you want to reach a certain thing in life, you gotta start somewhere. And it will not be a day-to-night process, but a step-by-step procedure. So you need to have both long and short-term goals that help you reach that big target of yours. Keep in mind that the first step is the most difficult one, but once you start accomplishing every little thing, you will perceive your main idea nearer and nearer. And that will keep you motivated to keep going until you reach it. In my case, my goal a year ago was to live here in Barcelona. So in order to do that, I had to check some things off my list before reaching that. So that was what I did, and here I am. So it's time for the last one, and I want to end this on a good note with this encouraging lesson I learned. The good stages don't last forever, but the bad ones either. So don't get stuck in a bad moment, because it will always get better. If you've already reached your lowest point in life, don't worry, because everything will go uphill from there. So yeah, those were all the things I learned during my first year far from home. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I also hope this motivated or helped you in some kind of way. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. See ya!